Welcome to Unit 5 in Transit 7. The world is rapidly changing with technology. We see new realities everywhere. With the fight against and within countries, climate change, natural disasters, forced migration, development activities, and many more, we see new challenges emerging. All such issues have a significant impact on human rights, which ultimately affect pluralism. In the midst of these dynamics, we have to discuss human rights in an inclusive manner. In this unit, we are going to focus on 10 very specific human rights issues that we think are really a concern of the world. Number 1. Human trafficking. One of the top issues faced globally is human trafficking. Armed groups, groups with terrorist motivation, and several others use human trafficking to spread fear. This leads to slavery, sexual abuse, forced labor, and many more. Women and children are the significant portion of people affected due to human trafficking. The second concern is refugees. The second largest issue is the refugees. Displacement happens globally due to conflicts, disasters, climate change, and several other issues. With the recent crises in Syria, Afghanistan, and Ukraine, we have seen thousands of people being forced to flee their countries. This is too causes greater human rights violations, such as not having access to housing, health, clothing, education, and livelihood. The same impact is felt when people migrate locally. Number 3. Gender inequality. This has been a human rights issue for hundreds of years. Even with decades of progress, the World Economic Forum believes it could take the world another century to realize gender equality. It is a complicated issue because there isn't just one problem to address. Access to education, political representation, reproductive rights, economic opportunities, and more contribute to gender inequality. Number 4. Technology and human rights. While technology is an empowering tool, it has led to significant discrimination of women and other marginalized groups. Number 5. LGBTQ rights. This has been one of the most significant issues that has been very much overlooked in third world countries. In most of these countries, LGBTQ community is legally cornered. Their rights to safe housing, education, voting, participating in the public sphere, and many more are legally denied. Number 6. Nationalism. Nationalism is a serious threat in the current context as it threatens the right to life, food, and health, where vulnerable groups face significant danger. Number 7. Spread of misinformation and lack of press freedom. Fake news, misinformation, and disinformation are rapidly spreading in this digitalized world. Journalists and many individuals face significant obstacles and danger. It is important to know that when truth and access to information are endangered, human rights as a whole will suffer. Number 8. Climate change. Climate change is known to be one of the biggest issues that the world has to ever face in the recent years. Humanitarian crisis caused by climate change will be a significant human rights issue where many rights will be threatened. Number 9. Child rights. Children are the most vulnerable and have seen many of their rights impeded by economic and political instability. Reason number 10. Religious intolerance. Many minorities face violations of their constitutional rights to religious freedom in many forms, including hate speech, discriminatory practices, threats and intimidation, destruction of property, as well as physical violence. So we have come to learn the future issues of human rights. But my dear viewers, it is absolutely important to understand that these are also serious issues faced by the current world with regard to human rights. And now we have come to the conclusion of this session, and I will see you soon in our next session.